Hey guys, Joshua here. My wife is not going to be participating in this video. She just had to go to work. That's my chihuahua back there. Her name is Baby. I know, very generic. I want to give you guys a video about me talking about the new Xbox One, and how I personally feel about this new console coming out. I don't know. I watched the review, of course, the big reveal. And like everybody else who saw it or has been watching the videos on YouTube, they basically focused on the features like switching back from TV to games to Skype to, you know, just the interface itself. I mean, it really wasn't even an interface. It was just more talking about the specs of what they can do. Okay, it's basically a very powerful Xbox. We get that. But that's all they went into detail. They said they were going to show gameplay, and it was CGI trailers from EA, big shocker from EA. And only thing we really got to see, was the Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay. And that's pretty much what's going to be on PlayStation 4. Now, I know they're saving everything for E3. I get that. That's completely understandable. You don't want to throw everything out at one time. But when you're launching a gaming console, I know it's supposed to be more for entertainment as a whole, and all in one package, you think that you would focus a little bit more on the gaming aspect, because that's what people want to see. People are coming in to see, okay, the next generation of gaming is coming from this new console. What are the graphics going to look like? What kind of games? What kind of storytelling are we going to get? What kind of new features to Xbox Live are we getting? Are we getting an upgraded Xbox Friends list? Are we getting new things incorporated to our Xbox? What kind of new features are we going to be getting? New customizable features for the dashboard, changing the colors or themes or, etc. Instead, we didn't get any of that on the reveal. Basically, we got was, here's the new Xbox. It's a very powerful gaming machine. It's pretty much exactly like the PlayStation 4 specs. I think PlayStation 4 has a little bit better, but overall, it pretty much equals itself out. And for a console, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One pretty much are very powerful machines for consoles. Yes, I know PC is always going to dominate in this realm, so please don't even bother. I get the point. The computer systems will always dominate consoles, but for a box, for just a little box, or a big box in this case, which, before I get to the big box, it's powerful. Now, to get what I was about to talk to you about the actual look of the console, I don't care if it looked like a triangle, as long as it plays good games and is I can get it, it's not too expensive and it plays good games and it's powerful. However, I don't mind that bulky design. I think that it's a smart move to go back because it's considered, it is Xbox, so it's supposed to look like a box. To those who have played the original Xbox, you know how big and bulky that thing was, but you also know you could throw it out of a 3-story window and it wouldn't break. I mean, you could chunk it at the window, go downstairs, pick it up, bring it up, hook it back in, and you can sign back into Xbox Live and play your games. It just wouldn't break. It did have some issues with the performance. What are you doing? But for the most part, it was a pretty solid console. When the Xbox 360 came out, we had a lot of issues with the hard drives not working. The soldering was messing up on the Xbox 360s, and then you saw all these different versions come out, different energy styles, everything else, because it was so flawed and so rushed. This concept looks a lot better. It's bulkier, it's a lot more powerful, and it looks like they did take their time into establishing what kind of specs they wanted and how they were going to implement it into the console device. If it needs to be big to not break, that's fine, as long as it don't break on me. I know you guys don't want to send your console in for repair like you did the Xbox 360, so for the most part, I wouldn't complain about the look of it. I mean, for God's sakes, the PlayStation has always looked the same pretty much the entire time. The PlayStation 3 was huge, and then they started a smaller version. It's pretty much what they do. They'll make a big version, and then as technology gets advances, they'll shrink it down a little bit. But for the most part, I don't have a problem with the look. And I don't have a problem with the specs. I think my main issue was the reveal itself. It could have been better. Plain and simple. It could have been a lot better done. It could have been thought out a lot better. I'm sure everybody's talking about how crappy it was. I mean, it's not saying the Xbox is going to be terrible. It's not saying it's going to be less superior than the PlayStation 4. It's going to be a crappy, don't buy it. That's not the case. we know it's going to be a good system to play on. We know the specs and everything else, and we know that we're supposed to be getting 15 exclusive games this year, which should be interesting to see at E3. The thing of it is they should have offered a little bit more on the gaming aspect instead of talking so much about the new interface with basically it can process so many different things at one time. That's great, but as a gamer and consumer, we're purchasing this for the games. We're not purchasing it to get on the internet or to watch TV through it. We already have TV, most of us. If you're watching that stream through the Xbox 360 or through your internet cable provider, you already have television. You don't care about being able to say, go to TV, go to game. Nobody cares. I don't have an issue with hitting an input button on this remote control. It doesn't bother me. So I don't see the big deal in it. I guess it's faster is the thing they're trying to get the point across, but for the most part, it was very interesting to say the least. I saw more talking about TV, and TV than I did anything, and I think everybody saw that as well. Also, the Halo TV series, I don't mind that. I think that's be really interesting. I like the Forward to Dawn little TV series they did. I thought it had a lot of potential. I like to see where Steven Spielberg goes with it. If anybody's going to do that, it should be Steven Spielberg. He's got a great imagination. I think he can take that series pretty far. I don't know if it's going to do very well to the masses because even though there's a lot of gamers that play it, going on a TV network, you're applying to more of an older audience who may or may not even care about that story, or more or less, finding any aspect of it interesting because they don't understand about Master Chief and Cortana and the lore behind Halo. I mean, there's more than just Master Chief and Cortana. That lore is completely mind-blowing. It's like Star Wars and Star Trek. It's in depth. It's as in depth as like World of Warcraft. Even that lore has gotten ridiculous. So with that said, I want to know your comments. Post them down below. We'll have some more Minecraft and other videos coming out soon. That last video was more of a test video for episode 1. It was okay, but there's a lot of things I did wrong in it. So we're going to address those and hopefully get the quality matched out and better, and the voice and everything else in a better sense. So this video here was mostly just to talk to you guys personally, directly. Fortunately, my wife couldn't be here. She just left for work, so maybe next time I get her in here. Well, of course next time I'll get her in here. I want her to see this video and think I want her in here. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning into the channel. I know it's been a long time since I've been posting videos, and a lot of you guys have moved on to greater and better things, and I don't blame you. I'm also trying to get on twitch.tv. I'm trying to get that stream uploaded and going, but unfortunately my computer specs are just not working very well with it. If you want to check that out, I have a link below. It's twitch.tv/themarriedgamers. I want to clarify, completely take this confusion out. If you used to Google the married gamers, there already are some married gamers out there who go and talk to developers, things like. We are not associated with them. We're not trying to steal their name. This is just something that me and my wife are doing for fun, and we don't want to take any credit for them or use or do any other trademark things, so I don't want to get sued or anything like that. So you guys can check me on Twitch, or you can check out more videos here, and I'm just very thankful you guys are still here and tuning in and watching, and it's awesome. Thank you. You can add me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Ancient Iceman, and I'll have that posted in the link below to my Xbox.com profile. And I want to talk about one more thing before we leave that I forgot to talk about, was the fact that the achievements will be carrying over. So you'll have your achievements and your profile, but it's not backwards compatible. They haven't elaborated too much on the backwards compatible, so I don't know if arcade titles won't be backwards compatible, but from the sounds of it, you won't have any backwards compatibility, which is pretty much, you just got a sock, didn't you? It won't be backwards compatible for any of the Xbox 360 games because of the architecture of the design of the Xbox One, but I'm hoping that the digital content obviously should be able to be played. So we'll see how that goes and everything else, but I'll keep you guys informed on it. I'll do another update video closer to E3 with my wife included, and we'll talk about what we see coming up with games and releases and news and information. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. This is Josh signing off. Peace out.